Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for another meeting. This week, I continue my special edition about domains, web hosting, following the issue that myself and a client of mine had with web hosting company Ostinga. This week, I will be talking about and explaining everything about domains so you are more well informed before you make a decision in regards to your domain. So grab your cup of coffee or tea, sit down, come in. The meeting is about to start. And I now declare the meeting open. So, as I said, today I'm continuing my special edition about domains, about web hosting, following the issue that both myself and a client of mine had with hosting company Hostinga. As I said, I will be doing another episode on the closing of this complaint, of this situation that my client and I encountered with this company. However, we are still waiting for a response from them, and therefore I cannot possibly um, do this video and telling you about, because I still not don't know what is Hostinga's response that will come in the following weeks as soon as we both have a response. So today I am going to talk about domains and what are domains, how do these domains work, because I think, and one of the things that me and my client encountered is that we basically don't know. It's a lot of information and it's a lot of things um, behind just that domain um, that we don't know. We certainly didn't know. And if she didn't had an IT consultant that got involved and helped her actually understand what needed to be done and what was going on, since Ostinger never gave her an answer, still hasn't. And she and myself, we both could understand what actually is behind the domain and how many the layers and the companies that actually are involved in just one domain. I made a little research, and today I'm talking all about domains, so you actually know what you need and you are prepared before you're registering your domain. You are prepared to know where you're going to register it, know what you need to do, and please don't fall for the same trap that we did, because honestly it can cause you a lot of stress. It can cause you your business. It can harm you in so many ways. Both me and my client had the two most stressful weeks that we can ever imagine having. So and all because of a simple thing that could have been solved easily. So uh, this is why we are so keen in letting you know about our story and helping you out, so we won't do the same thing and you won't fall for this trap, either with a Stinger or any other hosting company that may have the same practices, and I believe there's plenty of them there. So first of all, let me tell you what is a domain. A domain is basically an alphanumeric aliases used to access websites. So websites, or the place where the website is basically an IP address. So it would be almost impossible that you would have to memorize IP addresses for all the websites that you wanted to visit. Also, it wouldn't be visually appealing to people. For example, if you go to my page, updatedwords.com, you have um, please visit me. One point, it wouldn't be appealing. Let's face it. So the domains were created, the domain names were created as an alias, as words that substitute or are attributed, allocated to that particular IP address, and then the viewers, the visitors of your website, instead of typing your IP address, they type your domain name, and that will link to that IP address and give them access to your website. That's basically what a domain is. So this is what a domain is. When you register a domain, there is a few layers of things that certainly not me or my client knew about, and I think is very important that we understand so we don't fall into traps like the one we did. There's several domains, they're usually called top level domains, and there's several types of domains. There is the most basic, which is the .com for corporations. There is top level domains that are specific for certain areas. For example, edu, it's for education. There is others that is, for example, shop for shops. There's plenty of top level domains. They call top level domains. And obviously there are the country code top level domains, and these are, for example, the US or .com.au or .co.uk or .pt. Those are country code top level domains. They are specific to a particular country, and usually there is a company that regulates those particular domains in those countries. So I would suggest that if you are registering a top level domain, a specific top level domain, such as a country code domain name, please certify yourself that you look into the authority that actually controls those domains, and you register it with a company, with a registrar that actually is accredited by them. This way, you will make sure that you will be having a smooth ride and you won't have any nasty surprises, just like my client did. What is a registrar? A registrar is a business that handles the reservation of that domain name and assigns your IP address, so your website's IP address, to that particular name. So it's the company that makes this connection between the name and the IP address. So this is the registrar. All domains have them. The top level domains, the country code top level domains, usually are controlled by certain companies. For example, in Australia is AUDA. So Australian Domain Association. So this is Australian Domain Administration. That's the correct name. They are the ones that control everything in regards to these domains. So if you choose an Australian domain such as a .com.au or such as .net.au, anything AU, please go to their website and see the certified registrars that they have there, and make sure you register your domain with one of these companies. Registering and transferring domains. Transferring a domain is when you have a domain. For example, you are with a hosting company, and then you transfer your website, and usually you transfer your domain across as well. On that transfer, they would probably change registrars. So it is important that when you do this, you also go for a hosting company that is accredited and it is in your own country, because if something goes wrong, you always have the possibility of contacting your consumer rights commissioner and have the problem solved. Registering a domain, as I said, is when you choose your own domain, you go to a registrar and you register the domain. Again, you need to know if it is a certified registrar in the country of that particular domain. Sometimes you need to pay transfer and then renewal for certain domains. I must be honest, I still don't know why this happens, but I think it has to be with the regulations within countries, and when a domain is from another country and you're registering, you may have extra costs. But before you sign with any company, please make sure that you ask questions, lots of them, and make sure that you know everything beforehand. Don't ever sign before having all your information. Ask them, do I pay for transfer? Do I pay for renewal after transfer? I think that would be the question. Do I pay for the renewal of my domain after I transfer it? Is it order accredited in case you are in Australia? Because you need to know everything. So usually when we transfer a domain, it's when it's about to expire. So the experience of most of us, certainly my experience, was when you actually transfer the domain, you're already paying for a year. That's not true. Sometimes you need to pay more, and that's what happened to my client. So you need to ask these questions. Ask why you have these charges, and shop around. Maybe you'll find another provider that don't make you pay that. So make sure the registrars are accredited by the entity that controls that particular domain, so you make sure that you won't have nasty surprises. Above all, please ask questions, even if you think that's going to be stupid questions or unnecessary questions. Rather asking an unnecessary question than being 5 days without your website and without your email. Believe me, it is worth it to ask questions. And that's all for today. I hope this meeting really helped you understand a bit about domains and how the domains work. So next time you are thinking about maybe transferring your domain, or doing something with your domain, or registering a new domain, perhaps you are assured of what you should know before you even think of registering a domain or transferring it. I think this is important. That's why we did this. I decided to do this special edition of the meetings for this month, because I believe this is very important information that you all should know, because there is a lot of misconceptions. There is a lot of fine print out there that we don't know about, and then we may be trapped in a situation like my client was, without the use of her domain, without her website and her email, which her business depends on, for 5 days without an answer. And she had to solve it herself with the help of an IT consultant. So I think this is important. That's why both myself and my client decided that we wanted our story heard. I told her that I was going to do these videos, and she immediately agreed. She immediately said, yes, we need to let the truth out there, so people are informed and they don't fall for the same trap that we did. So I hope you like it. If you have any questions in regards to domains or otherwise, please leave a comment below. I'm always happy to answer. Or if you have any suggestions, or even if you want to share some experience you had either with Hostinger or any other hosting company, please do. Put a like in the video, and the algorithm, YouTube, the whole story, and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell, so you get a notification of each meeting every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.